Well, g'day guys, Josh here from JRC Adventures. Today, I want to give you a little run through of the XTS setup that I've got on my Hilux. Before we get to that though, this is an N80 Hilux 2017. It's got about 160,000 Ks on the clock. I do a bunch of towing. It's got some modifications, 2-inch lift at the front, 3-inch at the, 3-inch at the front, 2 at the rear. Got some new wheels, ROH with some Predator tires on. They're 33s, 12.5 wide. I've got roof rack on top for storing heaps of gear. I've got diff drop kit in it, bash plates, heaps of lights, UHF, a lot of goodies, but enough on the Hilux. Let me run you through the main touring feature, which is the XTS tray and canopy. I have, starting with the tray, this is an 1850 tray. Now, the tray itself, really stylish. It's got the side lockers on both, which they pull out, they don't drop down. So I store heaps of stuff, hoses for my on-tap jerry can at the back, rain jackets, spare parts, whatever I need, I store in here. And because it doesn't drop down, you can actually fill them to the brim. They've got a really big seal, which you can see there's dust all on the seal, but there's no dust inside the drawer, so that's great. Mud guards, they're stylish, and they actually moved these out for me when they installed to incorporate my bigger wheels to make sure that it was still legal. My fuel filler, which when you get it installed by them, they do all the relocation of that, so you don't need to worry. Here, this is actually the water tank filler. So you can see in behind here, I've actually got a 70-litre water tank. I didn't really think much of this when I got it installed, but this is the first time that I've had a water tank in a car, and the amount of times that I use this water is actually crazy. So really, really good and handy to say. If you haven't had water before, you're gonna love this feature, and then future cars you're not gonna go without. Comes with the tray sides, so this is a jack-off canopy. If I wanna take it off, I've still got the tray sides and I can use it as a normal ute. My back setup on the Hilux is pretty simple. I've got a spare wheel holder for the 33. As you can tell, it's pretty wide, it's overhanging, but that ain't going anywhere, and it's pretty easy to tighten up and take off. Now, XTS, they do a full jerry can holder or a half one. I've actually opted, because I've got an on-tap jerry can, I've actually opted for a different jerry can at the back here. Tail lights. This is probably one of my favorite features, is the trundle drawer, purely just because of how big it is. So I open it up, and in here you can see I've got stacks of gear. Everything from first aid kit, axe, I've got my wetsuits for surfing, cool cabana, table, chairs, my tire indeflate kit, and I've also opted for the table. So this is a massive space. Like, you think about how big that is, really great to cook on. One of the favorite features as well is it's actually hidden. Because of the number plate, you actually don't see where any handles are. So it just helps with theft as well. You know, people coming in and opening up your stuff. So that's the rear setup. Let's move on to showing you the inside of my canopy. 2 handles in here. You can get them hooked up electronically to lock and open with your car system. In this side, this is really my cooking and my living side. So starting from here, I've got a panel which I actually made that's got a kick-ass battery switch, and all my battery system is behind this. So I did this all DIY. Now I've got the XTS fridge surround. So this is housing my Bushman's 85-litre fridge. Love the surround and really love the fridge. Don't miss a beat. The Bushman's, you just can't go wrong. You pay for what you get, that's for sure. Then I've also got the XTS pantry. Now, I never really liked a pantry before. That's because I didn't use one. As soon as I've used a pantry, this thing is unreal. It holds that much gear. I mean, you can tell I don't just have food in here. I've got miscellaneous items like lights and Bluetooth speakers, surf hat. If you're umming and ahhing about a pantry, I think you definitely need to go for it. And then I've got that, what they call their shelf drawer, which is basically a little drawer in here that I keep all my cutlery, my plates and cups and whatnot. And then, you can do it while it's out too. It's got a little table, so pretty sturdy for what it is. Goes out a fair way, just gives you that extra little space. Coming around to our driver's side. Now, obviously for the tray, it's all the exact same. Plus I've got the outlet for my water tank in the front there. And if I open this up, you'll actually notice that I've kept it completely blank. And that's because, one, we tow a lot of caravans, so I wanted to keep the weight down. But also, two, when I'm on the road, I got all my camera gear because we do a YouTube channel and whatnot. So I just keep this open, chuck stuff for Judah. We've got a son, chuck all my camera gear in here. I got some tread boxes that I leave in here. So I just like to keep it open. I might one day do some like aluminium drawers across the whole thing. 2 nice big aluminium drawers would be epic. Can't even say aluminium. but we'll see. This is how I've had it for the last year, and we might make some changes in the future. Now onto my rooftop tent. This is also from XTS. They weigh about 60 kilos. I think they're about the $2,000 mark, but they are unreal. Now the ladder, you can enter from any way. Obviously when I got my 270, they've actually made me up some brackets here so it extends and doesn't hit my canopy for the ladder, which is awesome. Up top, I've got some roof racks so I can still carry all my surfboards, and I've got I think it's either 200 or 220 watt solar panel as well. That comes from XTS. So really good bit of kit, great rooftop tent. And if you're thinking about it, these things are super comfy, and they've got the condensation mat and a little bit thicker mattress. Plus, I actually leave all my bedding in there by my pillow. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about it. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my tray and canopy full touring setup from XTS 4x4. Now, those guys, really friendly, easy to get your order in, and they just keep you updated throughout the whole process. So if you're keen for one, definitely hit them up. But if you've got any questions on mine, leave a comment. I'll make sure that I check it and get back to you. Cheers, guys.